Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is Jesse, and I am back for another iOS accessible game video, spotlight video. This time we are taking a look at a game called Audio Cat, which is a actual collection of games, or it will be. It is still currently in development. They're adding to it over time. And so there's a free portion of it where you kind of have this little virtual pet thing, which I haven't really delved much into just yet. And that part is free, so you can download the app for free. And they currently have 2 games right now that they've added, and they plan on adding more over time, different types of games. And there is a monthly subscription for those games. So this is a self-voicing game when you are in the 2 major, or the two I don't want to say major, but like the 2 games that are currently added beyond the initial main screen virtual pet. Because you started out, you have to create an account for free, and then you can name your pet. And then you have this little cat. You have like a food hunger meter, and you've got. Oh, let me just show you. Let me open it up here.
Audio Cat.
So let's open up Audio Cat.
Audio Cat, level 3.
So I am currently level 3. I've put a little bit of time into it so far. And the main screen is pretty straightforward so far. I like the fact that it's a black background, dark background, so that is easier to see. Not as hard on the eyes, especially if you're light sensitive.
3. XP, 20 out of 225.
So I'm level 3, and there is my current experience level in order to get to level 4. So I have quite a ways to go.
Hunger, 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5 hunger.
Coins, 195.
And I have coins. So I have XP and I have coins. You earn these various coins and XP by playing the other little games that are in this collection. So when you get the game, you apparently have a 7-day free trial in here. And I don't know. I got to look in. I'll show you the settings menu in just a moment.
Navigate to game list button.
So
Little orange cat with shining eyes. Pet is named Pirate, and illustration of an orange cat.
So
Little orange cat with shining eyes.
I have a little orange cat, and I don't know over time if you get things where I can customize like the look of my cat. Maybe I want to change its color, or change its eye color, or sometimes they have little games like this will have little tchotchkes, or like you give it little hats or accessories, or maybe give it a toy or something. I haven't seen any of that so far. Down below that,
Food.
You have a food button, and I'm thinking maybe that should say button or something.
Navigate food.
Because it just says food. You don't necessarily know that that's a button. When I look at it visually, it looks like a little button, so I'm like, let me double tap that. But maybe that could be called a button, just so people know. And what it does is it brings up a list of a few different food items that cost a different amount of coins, and then you can feed your pet. And again, I don't know if more activities are currently in the game. Like, can you play with your cat? Can you pet the cat? Can you... I don't know. But that's all I've seen so far is food. So, for the pet simulator or the virtual pet kind of a thing, I could see, again, this, maybe you have to be higher levels for certain things to unlock. But even if not, that would be something that they could add. I'm just thinking about like Nintendogs or any number of other virtual pet things, your Tamagotchis and all those types of things that people would play back in the day. So below your main screen, you got on the bottom.
Navigate to game list button.
Navigate to game list is on the bottom left.
Navigate to my profile button.
And my profile is on the right. Now I'm going to do that right now.
Navigate to my profile. Shop.
And you get a little pop-up menu here.
Username not set.
So username,
Profile, heading,
I don't have a username yet.
Status subscribed.
Status is subscribed.
Edit profile button. Button. Feedback button. Button. Log out button. Button. Delete account button. Button. Choose voice.
So there doesn't seem to be, the developer actually reached out to me via email. It was funny because I had literally just heard about the app on AppleVis, and I downloaded it, and I just haven't had a time to get around to playing it yet. And shortly after I downloaded it, the developer actually reached out to me saying, hey, I see you cover accessible iOS games. Would you be interested in covering this? And I said, sure. So I learned via that email that you get a 7-day trial, and then you have the subscription after that. So I have really just started it, created a general profile, and so I currently have access to everything in the game. But I don't see anywhere that tells me like how many days I have left, or
edit profile button.
I mean, edit profile.
Edit profile button.
Okay, that's just my name.
Swipe down with 3 fingers. Review notification. Navigate to my profile button. Navigate to my profile.
Okay, so I can go back. Yeah, I'm not going to change anything.
Edit profile button. Status subscribed.
So it says status subscribed, but beyond that, it's like, well, how long do I have? I'm not even sure how much the subscription is because it doesn't seem to tell me anywhere.
Profile.
Unless it tells me in the Apple Store, the App Store link.
Username. Status. Subscribe. Edit profile.
So that right around where they have that profile info, might not be a bad idea to, like I said, tell you how much when it expires or when it renews. If you've never subscribed and you're on the free trial, like how much is a subscription? I don't even know.
Edit profile button. Button. Feedback button. Button.
Feedback.
Log out button. Button.
Log out.
Delete account button. Button.
Delete account. And choose voice. Here's another suggestion I would have. Currently,
Gordon on AU.
A lot of these seem to be like your vocalizer voices, or some similar.
Catherine on AU. Rocco on GB. Shelly on GB. Daniel on GB.
So I'm using Daniel right now. Not my favorite voice, but
Martha
it's fine.
On GB. Grandma on GB.
Grandma,
on GB.
Grandpa, yeah. So a lot of these are either like kind of eloquence or like real speak type of voices, or at least that's where I'm familiar with them from. It would be really cool if they supported just all the built-in iOS voices, because some of them, a lot of them, the voices that are here are really compact. And I've always thought the compact voices almost sounded like somebody was talking like with a clenched mouth, or like I'm going to talk like this because I'm angry. And it's so compressed sounding that sometimes it's actually hard to hear, especially if there's music playing over it. And so like, oh, I have Alex installed, and so could I use that? Could I use my Siri voices? Anything that's already on the device, that would be really handy. So
confirm selection. Confirm selection.
Well,
alert. Success.
Yeah, whatever.
Home button. Button.
So if I go home,
little orange cat with shining eyes. Pet is named Pirate. And illustration.
And my cat's name is Pirate. Uh-oh. What happened to my... Hang on. What the... I just looked up at my computer monitor where I was mirroring.
Audio cat. Double tap to open.
Okay, let me close. Let me see if I can go back in.
Audio cat active. Audio cat. Audio cat active.
Okay, let me close it again. That's a mirroring thing. You're not going to have a problem with that.
Audio cat.
I don't know why that happened.
Audio cat level 3.
Okay, so now we're back. Sorry for the little mirroring issue there. But when I double tap on the cat, there's nothing really that I can do, it doesn't seem. I just have the food button down there right now. As I was saying, my cat's name is Pirate because we have a cat back home, and we have this really cool cat. Unfortunately, the poor guy is getting pretty old, and so I don't know how much longer he's going to be around, but I love playing with that cat. He's a cool little cat, and I figured I'd name my little cat avatar after him. So let's go to
navigate to game list button.
Navigate to game list. And here's where we have
all conditions are met. You can play the game.
Oh, so actually it switched back. Okay, so it probably just switched to the top one instead because I didn't select. Okay, I see what happened. But that's fine. That's what it defaults to. And you have
Play word, an orange square with black text on it.
play word.
MATFN.
What is it?
Characters. Cap L A Y space cap O R D Y comma.
Wordy. Yeah. So this is a very simple game where you're given like a definition, and then you're given 3 words, and you tap the word that matches the definition. Once you get into the game, they tell you on both of these screens, they tell you that you should turn your voiceover screen reader off because they're self-voicing. So what I'm wondering is, and I understand why they're doing it because like they're making it the app very simple, very straightforward for anybody to use. But I think they should go either one way or another. Meaning that the home screen where the cat is and this screen here, there should be some instructions or something like that if they want to make that self-voicing as well, just so that like, oh, if I'm on the main screen or I'm over here, that, you know, right now I turn voiceover on, and then when I go into these individual games, I turn voiceover off. Not having half of the game using
Home.
Let's go back home.
Little orange cat with shiny food.
So if I turn voiceover off,
Voiceover off.
I can't swipe, I can't tap, like it doesn't tell me anything. So I think for consistency's sake, especially if you want this for
level 3
beginner users, it should be all using voiceover gestures throughout the whole app, or it should be all self-voicing. That way you don't have to turn voiceover on and off to interact with different things. That would be a suggestion just for consistency. So let's go back
Navigate
into the game.
Navigate to game list.
All conditions are met.
Home.
You can play the games.
So yeah, all conditions are met. You can play the games, which basically means I have my trial subscription right now. And you know what? Let me, I'm going to minimize this so that that can go away. Now we're just looking at the phone. But we have our wordy game.
Play Echoes of Valor, a black logo on an orange
And
background.
Echoes of Valor, which is a very kind of straightforward, simple RPG. So I'm going to turn voiceover off for the rest of this, and then you're just going to hear
Voiceover off.
the app. So as I said, this one you'll see the definitions and stuff. So let's go in and play a game.
Warning. This game uses implemented TTS. Please turn off your screen reader for the duration of the game to avoid interference. You may turn your screen reader back on once the game has finished. Tap the screen to continue.
Yeah, so as I said, I think having the overall app, everything being self-voicing or just honor voiceover gestures and let voiceover take care of it throughout, just for consistency's sake. So let's go ahead and tap.
Audio Cat Games.
I like the audio
Welcome
logo.
to Wordy. Listen carefully to the instructions. You will hear an explanation followed by 3 options. Select the correct word by tapping the screen at the correct word. Let's start the game. Lasting only for a short time, impermanent.
Okay.
Temporary.
That sounds about right.
Transient.
No.
Fleeting. Temporary. Wrong.
See, that could... to me, that could have
Harsh,
been
discordant mixture of sounds.
A or C.
Clamor.
No.
Discord. Cacophony.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, that one. Yeah.
The time at which something is most powerful or successful. Nadi. Zenith.
Yeah.
Correct.
That sounds right.
Liable to change rapidly and unpredictably.
Erratic? Sporadic?
Unstable. Explosive.
No.
Volatile. Unstable. Explosive. Volatile.
I'm gonna go that
Correct.
one. Okay.
The highest point, reached by celestial bodies.
Apex, Zenith.
Zenith. Correct. Game over. Your final score is 4. Amount 20 XP has been added to your pet. Total XP now, 40. Amount 20 poor coins have been added to your account.
Okay. So it brings you. Now, here's the thing. I have a few comments about this game so far. Let me turn the voiceover back on.
Voiceover on. Audio cat. Level 3.
A couple issues with the game. One thing I would like to see is in the other game that I'll show you shortly, once you have finished basically a run, it plops you back to the main menu of that game, and I can swipe right to play again or swipe down for the tutorial, whatever. That one lets you just go right back in and play another round. This one just pops you right back into the cat menu here. I think it should tell you the score as it just did, and tell you what you've earned, you know, your XP, your gold. But don't pop you back out to the cat. Just like the RPG, just say swipe right to play again, swipe left to return to the cat. Because every time I go into this, I have to go through the logo again. I have to go through the splash screen. Now, granted, I can tap to skip it. But then I have to hear the instructions again. It's like, okay, I already know how to play. You don't have to tell me when to tap or whatever. I just want to be able to swipe right again and just get right back into another 5 questions. So that would be one suggestion. The other thing that I would say is I've played several rounds of this so far, and there's been a fair few questions where it seems like at least 2 of the 3 could be the right answer. There seems to be a fair few that kind of have this whole synonym thing going on where I'm like, well, what they probably want is this, but this one seems like it could also apply. And I've gotten several questions wrong due to that. And the first thing I need to do,
Navigate to my
I
profile.
realized
Button.
I do
Navigate to my
not
profile.
like that voice, because
Shop. Button.
that, you know, it's the compressed voice, and again, it sounds like I'm going to talk like this, and I don't like
Delete
that.
account button. Choose voice.
Choose voice.
Daniel on GB. Daniel on GB.
Daniel.
Daniel on
Hello.
GB.
This is a preview of the selected voice.
I mean, this one's a little
Confirm
better.
selection. Confirm selection.
All right,
Confirm
so let's
selection.
go there, and hopefully my phone
Alert.
doesn't go.
Success.
Oh, so it went screwy again. Okay, hang
Minus
on.
folder. 35
Yeah,
apps.
it's
Apps. Audio cat. Closing audio cat.
for whatever reason.
Audio cat. Audio
That's
cat. Level. Undefined.
mirroring to my computer thing. Don't worry about it. So we're back. Let's do one more. The funny thing is, I've gotten 4 out of 5 many times, or a few times, but I have never gotten 5 out of 5. Something screwed me over. So let's go
Navigate to game list. Button. Navigate to game list.
navigate to game
Home.
list.
All
And,
conditions are met. You can play the games.
all
Voiceover
right,
off.
whatever, Daniel. So let's go ahead and I'll tap the
Warning.
first one,
This game uses
skip it.
Audio Cat Games.
Yeah, so I got to go
Welcome
through
Wordle.
this again.
Listen carefully to the instructions. You will hear an explanation followed
Yeah,
by
I
3
don't need to
options.
know this anymore.
Select the correct word by tapping the screen at the correct word. Let's start the game.
So every
Not
time you
revealing
entered the
one's
game, that would be
thoughts or
fine if it
feelings
said
readily.
that. Oh crap! What was it? I didn't even listen to the clue. I was talking.
Reluctant.
Sure.
Wrong.
I have no idea what you said.
To
My
produce
bad.
or provide a natural, agricultural, or industrial product.
Okay.
Produce. Generate.
Mm,
Yield.
Sure.
Correct.
okay. See, some of those could be.
Lacking initiative or strength of character. Irresponsible. Useless. Ineffective. Feckless. Correct. Considered to be in poor taste but appreciated in an ironic way.
Mm,
Campy.
could be.
Kitsch. Tacky.
Uh,
Kitsch.
I don't know.
Tacky. Wrong.
See, it could be that one or the first one, I think.
Unchanging over time or unable to be changed. Immutable. Unchangeable. Permanent.
I forgot even what the question
Immutable.
was.
Correct.
Okay, I guessed right. Ha!
Game over. Your final score is 3. Amount 15 XP has been added to your pet. Total XP now 55. Amount 15 core coins have been added to your account.
Right, so now it should just ask me swipe right to play again, swipe left to go back. Because that's sort of what the RPG does. And yeah, I mean, like the first time you enter the word game, every time you could have the logo, you could have the quick little overview on how to play in case someone new is playing. But those are my couple suggestions for the word game. Let's go ahead and play.
All conditions are met. You can play the games.
I'm trying to remember even what the RPG is called here.
Voiceover on. Audio cat. Play Echoes of Valor. A black
Echoes
logo
of
on orange
Valor.
background.
So let's go ahead and
off.
play this.
Warning. This game uses implemented TTS. Please turn off your screen reader.
Same message.
Audio Cat Games.
There's your Audio Cat Games. That's cool. That's fine.
Currently you are on level 3. You have 0 health potions and 1 stat points available. Swipe left to exit the game. Swipe right to begin the next level. Or swipe up to modify stats. Swipe down to enter the tutorial.
So this is totally fine. I'm totally fine with these gestures. And this is what I would say the other game, the word game, needs a menu like this too. So I'm just going to swipe right because I don't have any skill points. You have, I think, what is it, like 4 or 5 different attributes like health and scrying and stealth and maybe one other one that you can put skill points into, but apparently I don't have any. So we're just going to play. And so there's each, in this game there are several different types of mini games, so to speak. So you have your turn-based battles against enemies. You have the scrying, which if you're successful, you can get items like potions and such, or weapons or something like that. And you have your, sometimes you have obstacles. And the thing with the obstacles is, they explain how to do 1 or 2 of them in the tutorial, but then there were a couple that I hadn't seen. And I don't know if there's a timing thing or if it's just simply luck or whatever. Like you'll be crossing a river and it's like, oh, you're supposed to jump across, but then like most of the time I fail. So I'm not really clear if it's just simply a roll of the dice, if I'm timing it wrong or whatever. Well, let's go ahead and play. Uh-oh. Do I have voiceover on still?
Voiceover on. Audio cat.
No.
Level 3. Voiceover off.
Okay, now it worked for some reason.
You continue walking forward.
Alright, so we got some nice nature sounds. Footsteps on our trail. What are we going to do?
A fast-moving stream with a bubbling and splashing sound.
Okay, so
Challenging players to test their luck by jumping over it. You stumbled and lost 5 health.
see, I don't know why. There needs to be either a start sound when you can interact with something, like when it goes from like audio cutscene to when you're allowed to interact.
Welcome to Screeing. Listen carefully.
Okay, so Simon says, ding, drum, ding.
Now it's your time to get the order right. Good job. The order was correct.
Okay. What do we
You have
get?
found a main hand weapon called the Starlight Spear. It deals 40 damage.
Ooh.
Swipe up to accept or swipe down to decline.
Yeah.
You pick up the Starlight
That sounds
Spear and
okay.
you feel powerful.
Because before I had something that would do between 30 and 40. I
You
found
continue
something.
walking forward.
All right.
A large, rotting log that blocks the path. Its uneven surface emits
So,
a distinct creaking sound as
I
it slowly
have-
decays.
I have jumped this once or twice, but half the time, again,
Successful jump.
so I don't know what I did. I just tapped the screen. I don't know what I did right or wrong. I'm not,
You
I don't
continue walking
really know
forward.
if it was just chance.
You are facing Nocturne Stalker with the health of 48.
Okay. So 48. I think I have 105 health. So now I can choose,
Your
I can
side
flick left
weapon
and
is
right.
Shadow Cloak. Veil. Your main weapon is Starlight Spear. Celestial Pierce deals 35 to 35 damage.
What? It said, I thought it, what the heck?
Your side weapon is Shadow Cloak. Veil of Darkness.
Okay, that's weird. I thought he said
by
40
30%.
before.
Your main weapon, your side weapon is
Well,
Shadow
I'm going to start
Cloak.
with this.
Veil of Darkness increases evasion by 30% for 2 turns. Deals 10 to 10 damage.
Now this one, it's kind of weird because you actually, there's a little line of text on the screen, on a, it's a black screen with one little line of text. And you have to tap near the top of the screen. At first I wasn't sure why tapping the screen didn't do anything, and then I realized you had to tap near the top. So I don't know, could you tap
you attack
anywhere?
the enemy with a total damage of 11. The enemy attacks you with total damage of 35. Your health is 80. The enemy's
Okay,
health
so
is 37. It's
I've-
your time to choose the attack.
I've gained defense.
Your main weapon is Starlight Spear. Celeste.
Yeah, well,
You dealt 38 damage. You also got 1 lesser healing potion. Enemy defeated.
nice.
Your remaining health is 80. You have earned 5 XP.
Okay.
You
And moving
continue
on.
walking forward. You are facing Grim Sentinel with the health of 67.
And I usually like
Your
to...
side weapon is Shadow Cloak.
I usually
Veil of-
like to start with this because I like to give... I
You
have this
attack the enemy
weapon,
with a total damage of 11.
and it gives me a little
The enemy
defense for my
attacks
next
you
2
with
turns.
total damage of 0.
Haha, you didn't hit me.
Your health is 80. The enemy's health is 56. It's your time to choose the attack. Your main weapon is Starlight Spear. Celestial Pierce.
So those are
You
the only
attack
2
the
I've
enemy
got
with
right
38
now.
damage points, and due to damage reduction, you will take 30% less damage.
Okay.
The enemy blocked 25% of the damage, reducing it by 10. The enemy attacks you with damage of 30. Your health is 80. The enemy's health is 18. It's your time to choose the attack.
Alright, I should still be able to thwack him pretty good. Yep, dead.
You dealt 38 damage. You also got 1
18
lesser
health.
healing potion. Enemy
Oh, nice.
defeated. Your
And
remaining
I like the
health is
background
80.
music during
You have earned
battles
5
and the
XP.
ambient sounds. So the audio for the, just walking and then
You
the
continue
battles, the
walking
battle music,
forward.
I like that.
You are facing Dusk Raider with the health of T4. Your side weapon
Alright,
is Shadow
you know the
Cloak.
drill. This is seeming to
You
work out
attack
for
the
me pretty
enemy with
well.
a total damage of 11.
Okay.
The enemy attacks you with total damage of 0.
Aha.
Your health is 80. The enemy's health is 43.
Glad
it's your
I
time
have
to
that
choose
weapon.
the attack. Your main weapon is Starlight.
Alright.
You attack the enemy with 38 damage points, and due to damage reduction, you will take 30% less damage. The enemy attacks you with total damage of 0. Your health is 80. The enemy's health is 5. It's
Oh.
your time to choose the attack.
He's dead. I would like the ability
You
to
dealt
speed up and
38
slow down the
damage. You
speech
also
too,
got 1
maybe?
lesser healing potion. Enemy defeated. Your remaining health is 80. You have earned 5 XP.
Okay. We'll probably have
You
one or two
continue
more
walking
activities
forward.
before we end a run here, a level.
You are facing Nightmare Warden with a health of 61.
Alright.
Your side weapon is Shadow. You attack the enemy with a total damage of 11. The enemy attacks you with total damage of 0. Your health is 80. The enemy's health is 50. It's your time to choose the attack.
Oh, that's not what
You attack the
I
enemy
swiped
with
right.
11 damage points and due to damage
Well, that was
reduction,
dumb.
you will take 30% less damage. The enemy blocked 10% of the damage, reducing it by 2. The enemy attacks you with damage of 0. Your health
Yeah,
is
well.
110. Your main weapon is Starlight Spear. You
Kill
attack
it.
the enemy with 38 damage points and due to damage reduction, you will take 30% less damage. The enemy attacks you with total damage of 0. Your health is 110. The enemy's health is 1. It's your time to choose the...
Perish, sir.
You dealt 38 damage. You also got 1 less healing potion. Enemy
Okay.
defeated. Your
Cool, got
remaining
me
health is
at least 3 healing
110.
potions
You have
now.
earned 5 XP.
That's good, because I used 1 or 2 of them earlier before
You
recording
continue
this.
walking forward.
So I have at least 1 more here. And
Dense bushes with rustling leaves and sharp thorns that can cause damage if not cleared properly.
so this one you're supposed to just mash this, or like tap the screen quickly. Now, I don't know, again, when am I supposed to start that? There should almost be like an audio cue
Successful jump.
for when you see, yeah, like when do I start, and when does
You
the
continue walking
interaction sequence start and end? You know, having a doo-doo, like just, or something like that, so you know when you
are
are
facing
supposed to
Dust
start
Raider with the health of 54.
interacting on those little mini games, like the jumping over the river, the brambles and bushes, the log, that type of thing. I think that's partly why, if it is a timing thing, I don't know when I'm supposed to start, because I don't know when the interaction period starts and stops. Okay, so
Your side weapon is Shadow Cloak.
we'll do our Shadow Cloak.
You attack the enemy with a total damage of 11. The enemy attacks you with total damage of 0. Your health is 110. The enemy's health is 43. It's your time to choose the attack. Your main weapon is Starlight. You attack the enemy with 38 damage points and due to damage reduction,
Oh, he's almost
you will
dead.
take 30% less damage. The enemy attacks you with total damage of 0. Your health is 110. The enemy's
Nice.
health is 5. It's your time to choose the attack.
You're dead.
You dealt 38 damage. You also got 1 lesser healing potion. Enemy
Oh,
defeated.
wow.
Your remaining health is 110. You
I'm
have earned 5 XP.
getting very lucky with getting healing potions. The last couple of rounds, levels I've done of this,
You
I maybe
continue
got like
walking
1 or
forward.
2, but I'm raking them in this level.
Congratulations.
I'm not complaining.
You have completed the level. Adding XP to your pet. Amount 50 XP has been added to your pet. Total
Okay.
XP now 130. Adding core
Okay.
coins. Amount 50 core coins have been added to your account.
And now it brings you
Currently
back.
you are on level 4. You have 5 health potions and 1 stat points available.
Nice.
Swipe left to exit the game. Swipe right to begin the next level. Or swipe
So we're
up to
gonna-
modify stats.
We're going to
down
swipe
enter-
left. And now we're back at our cat here, our virtual pet. I don't think I have to play another RPG round. You get the idea of what it is like. So here's the thing. Currently, I have mixed thoughts on this. I think overall, it's a solid little collection. Like, I can see it growing in the future, especially once they add additional types of games. I'm curious to see what other types of games they will add in the future. You know, maybe there could be a racing game, maybe there could be, I mean, who knows? Like a platformer. And that's kind of cool. the thing is like I said, I think, and maybe right now, like I said, and I don't know how much a month the year or the subscription is, because I don't think it says anywhere in the app. Like I said, maybe it tells you in the App Store. Um, maybe if it was, a buck or two a month, okay, maybe. Um, but honestly, I think with the two games that are there, they're not going to hold my attention long enough to for me to want to pay a monthly subscription. I mean, that's just me. Where I think this game would be excellent, especially as they add new content. I mean, if they add some deeper games, more complex games over time. But even if even if they remain pretty simple and straightforward, I think this is a great entry. It's a fun way to teach new iOS users, new blind or visually impaired iOS users, how to use their devices. Swipes and taps. Give them something kind of entertaining. You got your virtual pet here. And then if you subscribe, you get your whatever games are going to be in the collection over time. But I mean, I like the basics of the RPG. I like that. Like again, the sound effects, the ambient walking. You're walking in the forest. Maybe you'll find other levels will have different backdrops. I don't know. The battle music is good. I like that. I like that, you do the scrying. You can get, like I said, I found like health potions. I found, um, oh, I forget, vitality potion. I think I found where just instantly you don't hold on to it. You just use it. Um, but it raised my health and gave me some strength. You find weapons, side weapons, primary weapons. I mean, all that is really cool. Again, Simon Says that kind of thing has been done in a few audio games, but that's, kind of a mini game for that. So it's a very like beginner friendly, straightforward RPG. Overall, I think either having the entire app self-voicing or letting the entire app just use voiceover along with the sound effects would be good just for consistency so the user doesn't have to turn it on and off, especially if let's say you have a kid play this, and then they have to turn voiceover on, like turn voiceover on for here and then turn it off for some of the other games. Adding the play again and go back menu for the word game for wordy. That's just a simple solution. Other text-to-speech voices that are already on your phone, Siri voices, other iOS voices, your Samantha, your Alex, your whatever. Those would be nice. Way to speed up and slow it down. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a solid foundation, and like I said, I just personally, I wouldn't see myself paying a monthly subscription just because it wouldn't hold my attention. Like it's a nice time waster. It's a nice killer. Like, oh, let me just kick back and relax, play around with the RPG, or learn some new vocabulary, or that's a cool thing. But I wouldn't, and I totally want to support the developer. Especially I want to support the developer financially. I've said this many times on my channel. If we want developers to be able to keep releasing games, especially accessible games or apps or anything for that matter, we can't just say, oh, we like it, but I'm not going to pay for it. Could there maybe a better model, at least until there are more games? Maybe you still get the pet for free, and maybe you spend like, I don't know, 2 to 5, I don't know, $2 on the wordy, $2 on the RPG, and then you're buying the games like an in-app purchase. Like, oh, maybe you have, your free trial for the 2 games or however many get added, and then you just buy the games or buy them all for a bundle price, and then you just, you pay to own them instead of a subscription. Maybe that could be a way to go. Because like I said, I like what's here, and I think for a group of people, especially who are newer to iOS or newer to accessibility, newer to audio games, these are a great starting point. But I think a lot of people are going to fly, like especially experienced iOS users, experienced audio gamers, are going to fly through this stuff, and they're not going to really have much incentive to keep subscribing. Like I said, it depends on what other types of games get added. And maybe some of them will have more
Voiceover on.
variety
Audio
or
cat.
more
Level
replay
3.
value, whatever. It just depends. But like I said, I think there's a good start here, and I'm curious to see where the game collection, where the app goes from here. But that is currently that is AudioCat. It is available for iOS. I think it might be on Android too, because I think I remember seeing a Google sign up, so I don't know if it's on Android as well. But you can get the app for free in the App Store. You have access to the virtual pet, and then you have a free trial for the subscription. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, twitch.tv/illegally-cited, illegally-cited.com, and right here on YouTube. Until next time, I will chat with everybody again later.